Blog Talk Radio.
Check out the full episode of this on Mentellect Patreon.
In the name of Amen, the Supreme, the All-Powerful, the one and only true Lord, in Amen we trust. As the Republic of Mentellect, the real 144,000 is being gathered to stay in time, the Mentalists, the Amen race, the bright race. Good evening, I'm your host, the intellectual Nuben. This is Mentellect Radio. Tonight we're going to be discussing the fight between the soul, power, and the spiritual force in the third dimension. The fight between the soul power, or the solar power, and the spiritual force in the third dimension. All right? This is a real battle that's going on, a very real battle. And the solar force has been weakened, or should I say the soul power, The soul power has been weakened. Now, the purpose of having power is to gain force. You see, the purpose of, or should I say the soul power, which is really the ultimate power, is to bring in continual power. The power is gone, and so therefore there is no force to power. I should have kind of put it this way, though. I'm going to say it like this. You know, there's spiritual power, and I had it right the first time. So, you know what? We're going to call this tonight the soul force versus the spiritual power. I had it right the first time. Because right now, this world is charged by spiritual power. So forgive me for this. I got the title wrong. I'll correct the title later. Just forgive me. It was a transmission coming in. I should have put it the way I should have put it. But we'll fix it. The soul force is trying to move forward. When you force something forward, it is ultimately to what? Gain power. When you force something forward, it is ultimately to gain power. What is the fight between soul power and spiritual force in the third dimension? Basically, and I said this, and like I said, at one point in time, our people were the soul power here. And now we have become less than the soul force, because in order to gain power, you have to force your way toward power, meaning force yourself forward, evolve, thind yourself. So that's the only way to get power, is to force yourself toward that state of power. So now we're not in a state of power, and a lot of our people are not even forcing themselves forward to become that powerful people collectively. So therefore, most of you people are dead energy now. So the soul power is coming forward in the elect, you see, and it will shatter the spiritual force field on this planet over time, and the beast knows that. Over time, it will shatter the spiritual force field that he's put up in this planet, in this three-dimensional realm. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? Because this is evolution. It's time for our people's evolution to continue, or to restart. Like I said, the beast had his revolution. He had his time in the sun, man. He had his time under the moon. So now the elect, the bronze seed, the seed of Amen, has to extend itself, has to evolve, has to grow, because we have not grown in thousands of years. Thousands of years we have not been growing. Who represents this power in physical form? We do. We do. We represent that soul power, and the humans represent that spiritual force. You see, that's why they all into their religions and things. That's the spiritual force field they keeping up, man. They doing that because that's how they practice their way of life, which is to keep the son of righteousness, the solar race from coming to power, to keep the son of righteousness atmosphere, keep it out of the three-dimensional realm. This is what they refer to when they say the devil's going to come and they're going to take everybody to hell and burn up the planet. No. What he's really afraid of, what he really doesn't want as the Antichrist, is that Antichrist that will bring righteousness to the planet, man. Because that Christ spirit is that demonic spiritual force that y'all people follow, especially you Israelites too, man. You on that demonic spiritual force too, because y'all keep talking about Christ. You ain't talking about your God, you talking about a Christ. So that lets me know y'all on that same spiritual vibration as these humans, man. Who will win this battle? The solar beings are going to win this battle in the future, of course. But we got a long road to that. We got a long road in reestablishing ourselves in the world as the living power of Amen, as that solar race, as that solar force. We are reestablishing ourselves in the world and thus bringing a brighter day in the future, in the distant future, yet near, the near yet distant future. What will be the outcome? As I always said, power. I'm always going to have the same answer. Power. Power to restore law and order, the law and order of Amen in this fourth dimension, or in this three-dimensional realm, which will be overlaid by the fourth dimension. And that's it. For the complete broadcast, you're going to have to go to Mentellect Patreon. Go to Mentellect Patreon for this complete broadcast, because it will not, I guarantee you, it will not be on YouTube. Subscribe to Mentellect Patreon and join the Mesoamerican community.
Rising out the black race to the white race, out the black race to the white race. It's the Republic of Mentellect, black race to the white race. If it's hell, Amen, then it's hell us. They tried everything just to spell us. Fed us religion, gave us fake gods. Through all of that, we beat the odds. Now we coming together under one flag. Colors red, gold, and blue. Superman, Superwoman, that's me and you. The infinite capability that we